Alright, hey guys, this is JJ Andy and welcome to CG Market Watch Live. Alright, bringing to you the greatest news today. So I think the main question today is Tether on the edge. And our greatest question is Tether one of the reasons that led to the current slowness in the market, the sluggishness, and how the market is actually tanking slightly right now. Okay, so let's just go through our usual the coin market cap first, and then we'll talk about some latest news, and of course we'll go to the charts later on. All right, so this is the cryptocurrency market. As of today, we have lost about $9 billion that has left the coin market or the market cap. 24 hours volume has been very slow. In fact, I think the 24 hours volume of BTC has been very weak as well. So this could be one of the fundamental reasons why we are facing such a slight downturn, also partly because of the lack of volume on BTC. And I can just share with you some speculation on the prices later on as well. Why is it going through such a very slow dip? And it's not really intensified by any forms of movement for now. Okay. Of course, we see BTC dominance heading up to 52.1%. We realize that most of the people will take profit from altcoins into BTC whenever we're kind of facing a short movement downwards. Okay, so this tends to happen. I mean, if you guys can remember a few days ago, in fact on Monday it was 51.3%. All right, so this tends to happen when the market is tanking slightly. Even right now, it's happening. Okay, so I did some particular research, and I just want to understand some of the Tether things. Like we were talking and we were addressing our CG Elite and Legacy members in on Monday's webinar that we did for them, and we were just discussing about Tether, what's its impact, and how other banks related or bank approved of like federal approved kind of tokens like Gemini and so on and so forth, or even true US dollar for instance, why are they or how are they different from Tether in that sense? All right, so this particular article by Christine actually kind of just briefly summarized what had happened. In fact, it was actually about Noble Bank allegations of insolvency that have shaken the market potentially. So this is just some news talking about Tether. Have the Noble Bank that actually backed Tether US dollar has actually reportedly gone insolvent, right? So we're just wondering where is the bank right now. Okay, and interestingly, Tether banking trouble comes just after the launch of 3 new fully legalized stablecoins. Like, there's sometimes so much coincidence in the market, and this is once again one typical coincidence. We see Gemini dollars, pesos, and USDC by Circus all being launched right after Tether's issue came about. And they have easily provable bank backing and are one step ahead of Tether in this regard. And interestingly, like about 5 million exited Tether for dollars yesterday on Kraken. Yeah, so end of quarter pressures. Could it be that Tether is maybe not the next money? We're looking at the next US dollar Tether or US dollar pegged cryptocurrency. Could it be true US dollars? Could it be Gemini dollars? Could it be pesos? Could it be USDC? There's so many variations right now happening in the market. But I think one thing's for sure is these exchanges, these wallets, anything, they're just creating a US dollar backed cryptocurrency. In a sense, just kind of allows them to kind of cash out in a way that it's more less taxable in that sense, because I'm crashing out in a cryptocurrency that people wants to buy, and therefore I'm able to sell them my stable coin in exchange for US dollars or in exchange for certain fiat. So it's kind of like a legalized way of just changing my money from a cryptocurrency that I launched into a fiat just by creating that demand, saying that I'm backed by banks. Okay, I'm not saying all of the exchanges are doing it, but you can kind of see a growing trend in different exchanges growing their own stable coins, their own cryptocurrency that's hedged towards Tether, hedged towards US dollars. That is the trend. So it just got me thinking, like, this is how the market has been changing, right? They are now changing towards how to cash out, in fact. And I'm really thinking, what impact would that have in the future? Okay, how would we then be able to identify which is the particular cryptocurrency that we can use as a form of hedge, right? So if Tether is unsafe, like it has always been and always been rumored to, then what's the next best option? What is more populated? People say true US dollars. Is it really true? And that could it be the next hedge? That's my greatest question. Okay. But as of now, most exchanges are still using Tether, right? So let's wait for more updates to come. And I'm really curious to see in the next few months to come, what would then be the next replacement to Tether. Also, this is just came out 1 minute ago. Ripple actually price declined about 8%, while the crypto market loses 9 billion. So one of the main reasons is low volume. Okay, so you have seen how the market is consolidated for a while. I was talking about it on Monday. And when there's no volume, when there's no influx of volume, there will be a downtrend. Reason being very simple, there's no boost to support the price action. It's very obvious. So this article went on to kind of explain how the volume dipped. I'm not going to go into it. But it also mentioned that the sudden drop of Ripple could also contribute to the downtrend of major cryptocurrency. So this is me questioning the fact that is Ripple that much of an impact, right? The price did drop about 8 to 9%. Did it have so much impact that it actually impacted the price of the whole entire market? So that's pretty interesting. Okay, but anyway, so Ripple actually mentioned a few things given the significance of Ripple net integration, 1Pay FX, blah blah blah, and OTC market is still healthy, however. Alright, so commented. So I won't go into it in detail, but you can read up on it as well. But personally, I really doubt it's Ripple that actually caused the market to kind of tank. It's really just because of low volume to be in general. Alright, so at least there's some good news, right? Bank of America blockchain market could hit $7 billion and will give boost to Amazon and Microsoft. So I guess this is kind of like a this is kind of like a good news in a very bearish market or in a consolidated market. It could mean nothing for short-term traders like us, but in the long run, we always talk about blockchain implementation. We always talk about this. We always talk about technology. And I think that's something we need to look forward to as well. All right. Okay, so back to the most important thing that I want to talk about. Okay, let's talk about charts. So what I've done today is I've done a very simple daily chart and a 4 hours chart, just to kind of showcase to you what is happening in the BTC price action in that sense for charts. Okay, so very simply on a daily, what we're seeing is, okay, let me just make sure you guys can see. Let me just zoom in for you. Okay, so we're kind of trading below the cloud as of now. Okay, and we could see. Okay, let me just make it bold for you so you can see it better. So on a daily chart, we do see that there's a kind of like a symmetrical triangle forming. Of course, once again, when it comes to chart patterns, we could say anyone can define it anyway. So this is just my own personal take, all right? So if you don't think so, that's fine, okay? But what we can see here is we could actually see a symmetrical triangle, and of course we could also see kind of like another kind of triangle being formed within that symmetrical triangle. So we're kind of seeing a short-term trend and a long-term trend together, showing you both situations where no one knows where it's going next. And when no one knows where it's going next, there's not enough volume coming in, it's sure to go down in that sense. And so you kind of see OBV supporting that particular speculation of how OBV it's heading downwards still. So you can see how the slope actually gets steeper in that sense, and therefore OBV is intensifying in terms of dropping of volume or volume dipping. We could see 3 black crows on the daily, so it's not very good news. Generally, it could mean a continuation of bearish trend. But I personally do see this being a support, this diagonal line, and of course this yellow line being a support. So hopefully hopefully we don't breach below this particular level at 6250 level. All right, so if we do breach this level, I think we could be in serious trouble. Below 6250 or 6200, we will be in serious trouble. And of course, some people speculated that we are heading to 5800 again. So many fathers around, right? People talking about BTC, going to 5.8. Some people saying that BTC will go to 3,000. Okay, guys, like it's heavily supported. Okay, even when I zoom out on daily, you can see that it's heavily supported at this range. It's a matter of time, where the news catches up to the price, or price catches up to the news, and therefore we'll see much pumps later. I don't know when it's gonna happen. All I can say is the support for now is at 6250. If we breach below that, we could see a further level down towards 6,000 or 5,008. If not, we should see a healthy bounce from that level, and hopefully volume comes in to support. If not, we may not see much price action coming through. Okay. On the 4 hours chart instead, we're looking at how volume is heading up instead. Okay, so it's very contradictory. On daily, we're seeing volume dipping. On a 4 hours chart, we're kind of seeing OBV heading upwards. Okay, RSI is just slightly above the oversold level at 30. So hopefully we sustain above the 30 level and head towards the 50, and so we can see a slight recovery. So in this particular illustration, you could see the yellow line being the major or the bigger symmetrical triangle holding on to the range, keeping that range bound. So this is the peak of the resistance level hitting, and therefore we are most likely going to hit the lows of it, which is at 6,200, that level, because of lack of volume. If not, we could see support at 6,340 and so on and so forth. All right, and therefore hopefully a small bounce comes here, or a small bounce reversal comes here. Yeah, and we are heavily supported at particularly at 6,600 levels. So that will be the resistance that I will be looking at. Unless we break through all this symmetrical triangle, if not, we will most likely still be range bound. So guys, don't expect too much movement from BTC unless this particular either of these trend lines are broken, the yellow ones. If not, there's not going to be much movement. All right. Okay, let's touch on Ethereum and Litecoin quickly. Ethereum is kind of showing like a bearish pennant kind of shape. Okay, it's not looking very pleasant, to be honest. And volume is kind of still dipping. Like say, volume for Ethereum hasn't been very pleasant ever since the start of the year. But we do see a potential further drop. Okay, potentially. All right. It only kind of hit the target once here, didn't kind of hit the resistance support line here. Resistance is heavily supported at this line, so we do face a very strong resistance for Ethereum to go up. But you know, Ethereum keeps going downwards in terms of challenging the support level, so we may just see Ethereum heading downwards once again, based on BTC movement. So if BTC were to start heading down slightly, of course most of the odds would definitely be heading down as well. So guys, don't expect a lot of movement from Ethereum. So personally, if you would like to get in Ethereum, I think the range of, historically, you get a range of 195 to about $200 are pretty safe. Okay, so you can see this range being sustained a few times, right? So this range is quite cool. If not 186, or if I remember correctly, it's about 186. Yeah, perfect. So 186 to $200 would be another range that I could look at if you would like to get into Ethereum. I still think long-term Ethereum still have quite a lot of room to grow, of course. And yeah, so when the ICO or when the whole entire market picks up, the ICO market picks up, Ethereum will be back again. All right, so just stay tuned for that. Now, very quickly, Litecoin. Litecoin's chart shape looks a little bit like a bearish flag. Yeah, a little bit, okay, but of course in terms of volume, in terms of RSI and movement and candle recovery, it does seem a lot stronger than Ethereum. I think I've been talking about it a few times. I mean, just looking at the 4 hours alone, if I zoom in, you know, it's just slightly of the same magnitude, you can kind of see that the reversal for Litecoin actually comes faster than Ethereum, right? So that's why I've been saying many times that candles don't lie. Candles tell you a lot of story, and OBV, combined with candle and OBV, they do tell you a quick story about what is the market paying attention to. So Litecoin chart pattern and everything seems to be greater, or in a way recovery will come faster for Litecoin as compared to Ethereum for now. But of course we do see Ethereum pumping 8 to 9%, you know, a few days back. But of course what I'm trying to say here is that there is still potential for Litecoin and Ethereum to move, but it's just which one will recover faster than the other. All right, so Litecoin for now would seem like it's a bearish flag. It may still continue heading downwards. That's dependent on BTC movement, but of course anything can happen, right? Alright, so last of all, just want to cover quickly about Binance token. Binance did have a major pump I think today alone, yeah, and yesterday. So 4 hours ago, actually did have a major upward swing. So I think most of our some of our legacy and elite members did take some profit. So that's good for you guys, happy for you guys. If not, we talk about Binance token for a pretty long while. Ryan has been talking about it, even in our own chat. And this has proved to be quite profitable in terms of a trade. Okay, so guys, if you do see some reversal, or you do see BNB/BTC or Tether heading downwards below 990, below $10, I think it's still a great purchase for now. Alright, so when the market do recover, we should see Binance heading upwards potentially. Alright, so that's all the time I have for you guys. Do catch us on a Friday on CG Market Watch Live, and thank you for watching the video. So like, comment and subscribe, and let us know how we can improve on CG Market Watch. Take care, guys.